Hey, what's going on? Quis here from Sports Vibes TV, and I'm trying something a little bit new in this video. I'm going to be reviewing some film from the first Knicks versus Pistons game. Now, this is going to be something I'm going to try to bring to the channel. If you guys like it, let me know by smashing that like button. Let's see if we can get this video to 200 likes. If we can get it to 200 likes, then I can start doing this weekly. Every week on Monday, I'll drop a new one. I'll pick a game and review it for you guys. So make sure you're subscribed if you like this video and you want to see more of it. So let's jump right into the first play. So as you can see, RJ Barrett, there's a screen by Nerlens Noel, which is going to help free up RJ. And you're going to see both Noel cut to the basket and RJ start to drive. But now, as you can see, because we don't have the proper floor spacing, all the bodies, most of the defenders for the Pistons are already in the paint, or they already have their eye on the ball carrier and are in position to rotate over. So this is one of the issues I see when we have this starting lineup with Peyton, RJ, Nerlens Noel, Randall, and Alec Burks. You don't see much floor spacing, and that's represented right here in this picture. As you can see right now, the Pistons are pretty much packing the paint and stopping RJ from getting a good angle to the basket. And you can see right there that the alley-oop is unsuccessful. Now here you're going to see RJ cut away, come weak side to allow Randall to operate by himself in the post with the mix up in the matchup. So now you can see there's still poor floor spacing. Nobody on the Pistons is really respecting the Knicks as shooters, and they're still packing the paint. This is also a glimpse of the 2-3 zone that they did implement in the second game a little bit more. You can see as early as 6 minutes into the first quarter, they're already implementing this 2-3 zone in the first game. So as you can see, it's going to be difficult for Randall to look. RJ's wide open. I'm open. Randall could have made the pass there, but he opted to do a spin move right into the defender, drop step, and he got his shot swatted. So you're seeing where some of the spacing issues is starting to create some difficulties for the offense. So now let's move into the next play. So as you can see, the first screen is initiated here by Obi. And then what Obi's going to do is Obi's going to then, after he sets the screen, he's going to come around and he's going to establish position in the low post. You're going to see a second screen to get Obi open. And then you're going to see another screen to get Obi open. And this is going to allow Obi to get pretty good positioning inside the paint. But you're going to see, because we have some spacing issues, he's not really able to get enough space to get a really good look at the basket. I mean, he does a decent enough job of getting a shot off, but you would like to see him with a little bit more space, in order to operate. So here we go with the next play. You're going to see the first pick set here by Obi. And then you're going to see Obi seal off DSJ's defender. And what this is going to do is going to cause a mismatch, and it's going to allow Obi to get another post up opportunity. And you're going to see DSJ is going to step over to the center of the 3-point line and try to attract Obi's defender, which is going to help also create that mismatch. Now you can see we still have poor floor spacing, but Obi, with his quickness and with the mismatch, is going to able to do another spin move and get into his, preferred spot on the court, seal off the defender, and make an easy basket. So you've seen some instances where Obi has been able to try to create his own shot. So now, next play. Just a little bit of more of what you see is a lot of times the Knicks players are going to try to say that they're open, and they're really not open, because look, right now DSJ is saying he's open, but if you look at the court, Derrick Rose is right there in front of him playing that passing lane. So if Obi were to make that cross court pass, Derrick Rose would have the ability to pick it off. And as you can see here, you still have a lack of respect for the Knicks shooters. Everybody is still close to the paint. You're not seeing really great spacing right now. And that's going to continue being the issue until Tibbs starts playing some of these shooters. Now you're going to see some of it's a little bit disorganized, or they're not reading, the situation correctly, because you're going to see Frank Nitti cut and kind of bring his defender even further into the play and make things a little bit more congested for Obi. But, Obi was still able to make a tough shot. So let's move over to the next play. Now, this play, I want to highlight more so the coaching than the actual players. When I'm reviewing film, I'm not just looking at the players. I'm also looking at the coaches to see what they're doing in certain situations. So now this play, I want you to look primarily at Tom Thibodeau and at Johnny Bryant, because what they're doing is they're helping to coach these young guys in a situation where it's, it's more so clock management than anything. So look, there's 23 and a half seconds left in the quarter. And as you can see, Tibbs is trying to get Knox's attention. Hey, slow it down. We want the final possession. But, Knox really doesn't pay that any mind. I don't think he notices. So he's going to try to throw an outlet to Obi, which luckily enough, Obi's able to save. But look at the synergy here. What I like is the fact that Obi, being a young buck, he's like, man, I want the ball. Give me the ball. I'm trying to get my buckets. But you're going to look at the coaching staff. Look at the synergy. Both of them realizing the situation, letting Obi know this is not the time for that. Check the clock. Get out the way. Let's see if we can get a better shot opportunity later on in the shot clock, so that way the Pistons won't have the opportunity to bring the ball back down and score on their own possession. So let's continue to play. They're dribbling the ball out. And as you can see, Knox is going to get the ball. Nitty's going to set a nice screen for him. And because, there's not much respect for Knox as a shooter, you see his defender is playing, Frank Nitty's defender is playing off. So this is going to allow Knox to make a quick move, get into a spot that he's comfortable with, and he'll have enough space to get his shot off. Bang, with a nice shot to end the half. Now, this is in the second quarter. You're going to see, once again, Obi posting up. And once again, you see a lot of defenders with their eyes both on the ball and they're clogging up the paint. Because, whether it's the starters or the second unit, there's not too many players on the court where you actually respect their ability to shoot. So in this play, you're going to see that the paint once again is clogged, and luckily Obi has good enough vision to actually make something out of this play, even though the paint is clogged. Watch this. So you see all the defenders, but the thing is, all these defenders have the eyes on the ball and not necessarily aware of where the defender is or who they're defending is. And you'll see Dennis Smith Jr. be able to cut into the paint and get an easy dunk. Nice pass from Obi, nice vision from Obi. So now let's go to the next play. So we have Frank Nitti. You see Mitchell. The fact that Mitchell is standing there and acting like he's about to initiate a pick is going to bring Jahlil Okafor out of the paint. And it's going to allow Frank Nitti to have a little bit more breathing room to drive right. And he makes a pretty quick move and gets to his spot. And he's able to find Mitchell Robinson, but unfortunately, Mitchell Robinson had difficulties finishing the dunk. He should have dunked it on the defender, but unfortunately, he got fouled and he had to go to the line. Also, you can see there's no respect for Kevin Knox's jump shot. His defender, he fades out a little bit. For the most part, he's really not too close. And when Nitti drives, it gives Mitchell Robinson a lot more space. So now with this play is going to be focusing on Obi Toppin defensively. Now, I want you to watch his feet in this series. And you're going to see with Obi Toppin, I think personally, his defensive issues are going to be more so with the way he moves his feet. He doesn't really slide his feet. He does these jump hops to get into position, and I think that's what is going to cause him to be off balance in a lot of defensive situations. So watch this. So watch his feet. Boom, once again, flat-footed. He made a little jump shuffle there, jump shuffle there, same feet flat-footed as well, and he's going to do the same thing. But also, let's look at Killian Hayes in this situation as well. Killian Hayes was a player the Knicks were, targeting, they say, to pick in the NBA draft, but one of his issues is the fact that they say he can't go right. And if you watch this play, if you want to rewind it and play it again, you see he doesn't use his right hand at all. Look where the defenders are and look where he decides to make this awkward move to the top of the key. He has the ball in his left hand the entirety of the possession, and that's something he's going to have to work on. I was watching some of the film, and you see that heavily in a lot of the tape, the fact that he's not too confident with using his right hand. But let's get back to Obi on defense and the Knicks. So in this play, going to get the ball back to Blake, and Blake is able to do a ball fake that's going to make Obi overcommit, and it's going to give Blake Griffin an easy lane to the basket. And unfortunately, Obi also fouls. But I want to know what Nerlens Noel is doing. I really don't know what Nerlens Noel was doing in this play. He's boxing out when Blake Griffin has a clear driving lane. He should have, rotated over to try to cut that lane off, but he decided to box out as if Blake Griffin was going to miss. And like I said before, Obi also commits the foul. All right, so in this play, this play is Julius Randle being Julius Randle. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. I don't know how he got caught up twice with that same play. Something up with Randle. I don't know what's going on. So here we go. We have one pick set to free up Obi. Obi's going to come, set another pick. Boom. And DSJ is going to start attacking the basket. And what this does is it's going to put number 45 on the Pistons in a bad position, because he's now going to have to either stop the penetration, or he's going to have to rotate over and stay with Obi to make sure that they don't complete the alley-oop. And you're also going to see Jahlil Okafor rotate over to cut off the paint. But DSJ makes a good move, attacks the basket strong, and he's able to finish at the rim. This is what we need to see more of with DSJ. He has to be way more confident with his drives and his shot selection. You see, it looks like he was losing some of his confidence in that second preseason game. We need to see more of what he did in the first game, where he was more confident with his shot and his shot selection. So we have, next play, we have Mitch setting a screen. And he's looking. He's not, oh yeah. So with this play, the thing with this play is, as you can see, as Mitchell Robinson setting the pick and roll, trying to get to the basket for the easy bucket, you can see Kevin Knox, defender, is keeping an eye on the action. And because Kevin Knox isn't necessarily a great three-point shooter, he's not too worried about getting caught looking and Kevin Knox, moving around and making an open three. And also with the way the play is set up right now, he's not too worried about Kevin Knox cutting backdoor, because he still has a defender in the paint that could stop any kind of alley-oop. Obi's man at this point is still in the paint. So as the play progresses, you're going to see he realizes that they're running pick and roll for Mitch. So he's going to meet Mitch, in the paint so that he won't catch the alley-oop or won't be able to finish the bucket. Now, me personally, I would have liked Kevin Knox to kind of move down so that way he could give him a better passing lane. Because right now where he's standing, a pass from DSJ to that corner three would be a very dangerous pass to make, especially with Kevin Knox's man still right there in the middle of the passing lane. So I would have preferred if Kevin Knox would have moved down a little bit further and got got in a better position for DSJ to find him on the pass. And what you see a lot is of these players, especially the younger players, kind of showing up their teammates trying to say, I was open. To me, that has to be cut out. You can go up to DSJ and you can let him know, hey, keep an eye out. I was open that play. You don't have to put your hand up as if, because you normally only see that when there's a foul, not because you're trying to show out that you were wide open. Not only that, you weren't wide open because you should have moved. You should have repositioned yourself to give a better passing lane for DSJ to actually locate you. So that's something that they're going to have to work on and cut out. All right, so right here we see a screen set by Obi. So this is a nice little play that we have. So Obi set the screen. Frank Nittie's going to go to the top of the key. DSJ is going to pass the ball over to Mitch. Then he's going to clear out, go over to the corner three, and then Mitch and Frank Nittie are going to play a little two-man game. Now, Mitch is going to set the pick. And once again, because teams aren't respecting the Knicks as shooters, the paint still is clogged. And also, it's going to give Frank Nittie the opportunity to step into a nice little jump shot and have some space to hit it. So watch. I'm a little shocked that the defender decided to go over the screen, seeing that Frank Nittie isn't that good of a shooter. But Frank Nittie was able to react, get to his spot, and able to make a good jump shot. Bang. All right, so here we go with the next play. So we got a screen there set by Knox for a little pick and roll action. And what I really like about this play is there's also a screen set by Mitch as well for Obi. But what I really like about this play is the fact that Kevin Knox doesn't give up on the play. The pick and roll is not there. So instead of, saying, all right, the play is not there for me, he decides to reset, get into the post, and try to operate in that way. So continue to watch. So now see, he resets in the post. DSJ notices that there's a mismatch, and he tells Frank, get him the ball. And this is what I like. They're communicating as a team. I like the first game way better than the second game. You saw a lot more communication. You saw a lot more teamwork, and you saw a lot more ball movement. So, okay, he's unable to get proper position. So now look, he's no longer going to try to bully him, but Knox also has some speed and quickness. So what he's going to do is, since the defender is not set, he's going to use his own balance against him. So he's going to go around him, get into the paint, and be able to finish. Good move. Now, that's something we didn't see a lot of in game 2. And now here. Pay attention to the time and the point. So this right now, RJ is trying to seal the game. RJ sees he has a baby on him. Says, all right, I got this. RJ notices the defense. They're not looking at the ball per se. They're all looking, trying to find out where their man is. RJ notices this, and he's able to do a nice little spin move, get position, seal off the defender, and finish at the rim. And this is going to put the team up by 11, pretty much almost icing the game or sealing the game for us with only 2 minutes left to go. All right. So that is the end of the film I had for you guys. If you like this type of video, let me know down in the comments. Also like and subscribe. All right. Once again, I'm Quis, host of Sports Vibes TV, and I'm out.